You are looking live. Right now, this is Jeff Lichtenstein with Echo Fine Properties, the broker and owner. So you see myself, Rob Moore, who does our social media. Victoria Lorusso is going to be live at Eastpointe. Dan Uzzi, which I've just realized that I've been calling Uzzi forever, so I guess the whole world is, but Uzzi, he's going to be live at Abacoa. And Will Dean will also be live out at PGA National in Villa d'Este. That's a little Brent Musburger tribute for those of you who are old enough to remember that. So let's start with Victoria Lorusso. Victoria, you are at Eastpointe today.
Hi, I am. Sorry, I was muted there. I am at a lovely home on Eastpointe Pine Street. It's a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath home, and it's been updated, which is great. A lot of homes that come on in Eastpointe are not updated. This one has been done, and it'll be walking distance to the new lifestyle center that they're building. So it's a great location, an interior lot with a garden view. It's got a nice open floor plan. The living room, here you see, very open with a tray ceiling, and that is a, let's see, that's a solar light there. Oop, there. It's a tube that comes down. It adds a lot of really great natural light to the living room. The living room is open to the kitchen, as you see here. Still lots of cabinetry. And just beyond my head is the dining room. So a very nice open concept. The kitchen has all been done. Here's looking out to that living room space. Tons of cabinets. There's a wine cooler there. We've got you covered for your wines. This is looking at another angle out over the living room and the dining room beyond. And here's one more angle of the kitchen. So tons of cabinetry. You can see the skylight. Lots of space. If you like to cook, people who stayed there last love to cook and love this kitchen because you've got so much counter space. It's awesome. So moving beyond that, we have the dining room, which is huge. This is a really big table they have it for 8. You can put a table in there for 12 if you want. So it's great space. Beyond that, there's 2 openings, as you see, and that takes you to a really great family room. By the way, this home does have all impact glass, which is great. So no worries there with putting up shutters for hurricanes and that sort of thing. And you'll notice the detail in the ceiling, the 4 skylights there.
Sharing to Craig's page.
Again, great natural light. Here's another angle here. Now, over here is an entrance to a guest bath. And there's another entry over here to another guest room. Very often when people are touring the home, they haven't gotten to the master yet, and they walk into the bedroom and bath and go, oh, this is the master. No, it's not. So this home actually, it really almost has 2 master suites, which is really nice. It's a good size room. I'll take you there in a minute. But first, let's take a step outside. Got a great marble patio. It's good size, actually. And it could be screened if somebody wanted to, but otherwise it's nice and open and spacious. You can see the garden view there. There's a lot of flowering trees. Very, very pretty. Lots of pretty birds that go by. And this is looking back at the house. Again, you can see all the land that's there. And there's a nice hedge that provides privacy between the homes, which people really like. Now, if we go back inside for a minute to the where I pointed to that guest bath, this is that guest bath. There we go. Very nice. Again, you can see how nice and updated it is. And that leads to this bedroom. Now, on this wall, there's 2 double closets. And on the wall here, there's another double closet. This home has ridiculous closet space. It's awesome. Nobody's going to have any worries about finding a place to store anything. So it really is great. If we move on back towards the front of the house, we'll find the actual master. This is the master here. It has 3 closets, including a walk-in closet. The walk-in closet is accessible off the master bath. Great master bath there, double vanity, and frameless enclosure on the shower. Good space. And again, great, great, great closet space.
You know, I could use all that closet space now. We've got about 4 months of supply of toilet paper and paper towels.
We only just finally got some after 6 weeks. We were getting low. Moving back also, bedrooms are all in separate locations of the home. So it's great having family, friends over. You're not in each other's way. And you saw the big living space open. So here's another guest room in another corner of the house. And the way it's set up with the bathroom across from it has a little hallway pocket door that can be closed off. And then, again, this can feel as though you're en suite, which is really great. Again, this is at Eastpointe. Eastpointe is a great country club. They have 2 Fazio design courses. This is the lobby area of the club, the main clubhouse that is currently open. And they do all kinds of events and activities and weddings and things for the members or for Mother's Day, Memorial Day picnics, and all kinds of things. Right now we're a little off, as is everyone, but we're looking forward to getting back and using this space. And as I mentioned in the beginning, they're getting a new lifestyle center, which everyone's really, really excited about. This home will be walking distance to it, which I think is ideal. So that you don't necessarily need a pool, and you're going to have these 2 fabulous pools right here around the corner. I mean, I'm talking a 1/10 of a mile away, if that. It'll have a 7,000 square foot gym, a 7,000 square foot everyday sports style casual restaurant that will flow out for outdoor seating at the pool. 1 pool for mostly aquatics, another pool beach entry, a hot tub, and a fire pit. So very, very excited about what's coming, and they're doing it by selling off one of the ranges, which is no longer needed, and that will pay for the construction of this new lifestyle center. So no assessment. Yay.
Hey, Victoria, I'm going to pop up the video. Can you see the video?
Perfect.
Can you see the video of Eastpointe right now?
I saw it for a second. Now, there it is. Yes, so Rob shot this great video of Eastpointe. This will give you a bit of an overview. Again, here's the lobby area, which was actually just redone last August. So nice and hip, more modern. They're making some other nice changes with that clubhouse as well, which will be coming up. And they have a nice bar area, a lot of gatherings there. They have got a nice deck also outside that people enjoy gathering on after golf or after playing cards and that sort of thing. They have 2 card rooms, ladies and men's, in addition to all this dining area that people enjoy. All kinds. If you're into cards, you can get just about any kind of card game you could possibly imagine here. They have a tennis program that's excellent, and they have pickleball courts. They have a playground. Well, not new anymore. It's a couple years old, I think, about now. Fabulous playground, both for the children who live in the community, and there are about 170 kids in the community. It does have a good school district. That's one of the card rooms they're showing right now. Great school district. So it does attract young families, but you have a real mix demographically wise of people, from very senior who have been there a long time to people with little children, which is great. The location is fantastic too, by the way. We are it takes me about 12 minutes to get to the airport. So easy to come and go. And I time it when my daughter comes. It takes me about 9 minutes to get to the beach. Straight across to Juno Beach, beautiful beach with miles to Sandy Beach. Really is. It's an ideal location. You've got tons of restaurants and shopping that is just north of us, just south of us, and just down the road. So probably about 100 restaurants to choose from, I would say. Very, very easy, great location next to 95.
When you were looking around for yourself, how did you choose it?
Well, it's kind of a funny story because we started off just kind of flipping homes. And we had done one on PGA National and didn't move into it. And then we decided to do one in Eastpointe. Originally, we weren't planning on moving into it, but we decided, well, why not? Well, let's try it. We did, and now we're on our second home, and it's 5 years later, and we love it. We love it. There's something for everyone. You have all walks of life, from people who are extremely wealthy to a retired police chief. you've got everybody there. They leave their egos at the door and they just enjoy each other, which is nice. And it's a golf cart community too, by the way. So oftentimes you'll see, well, for example, Super Bowl, there's probably about 12 golf carts on my front lawn.
Well, and it's also, there's not many communities around where the membership is inexpensive as it is. I mean, it's just an incredibly affordable club, for the value. That
is true. With Eastpointe, when you move to Eastpointe, what is required is a minimum of a social membership, which is $4,000 per year plus tax. That's all that's required. That gives you access to everything, including golf twice a month after 1 o'clock. And then from there it goes up for the full golf membership. But even then, it's still their initiation fee is only $7,500 compared to a lot of clubs around here that it's $130 to get in.
It's one that's where it's priced at. It's really in a spot where if you are not looking for a mandatory club, because the social is so inexpensive, at $4,000 a year, and for the value that you get. It's one that you really should consider because you're probably going to use some of it, but the values in there are just terrific for the price point. But it really puts it in a category of everything else, just as another gated community that really keeps up its value.
Yeah, they have condos that sell for around $150. They're small, and then your single-family homes are pretty much starting at the low $3s and going up into the $8s.
I mean, that's a ridiculous, price if you give that if you give it some thought, to be at that kind of price point.
That's true. It's great value, and again, here's the location of it. You can see where Eastpointe is located, and then you just go straight across. There's the beach, and there's the airport. So super location, right off Donald Ross, between Donald Ross and Pacific Road, just immediately north from here. Come check us out.
Okay, what's your phone number, Victoria, and your contact information?
It is 561. Hold on, I'll find my slide. There we go. 561-531-4977. And you can reach me at Victoria at echofineproperties.com. And if you'd like some help comparing other clubs around the community, be happy to assist you.
Very good. Thank you, Victoria. Dan, let's put you on. Dan, you're in Abacoa right now. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of traffic out there at the moment. You got to take your mute off.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear. So what's going on in Abacoa?
I'm hanging out in Abacoa. Things are starting to pick up here. I'm right around the corner from Civil Society Brewing, Jumbie Bay, Stadium Grill, Hokkaido, the Japanese restaurant. So I'm going to show you a condo that I have for sale, which is just perfect. Let me get back to the beginning here. Here's another shot of downtown Abacoa. I've actually lived in Abacoa 5 different times over the last 15 years because I love it so much. It's such a popular area. There's always something to do. There's concerts. There's Mardi Gras, Italian festival, a seafood festival. It's a really great place to live. Now I'm going to show you 1200 Town Center, 426. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and it is nicely updated inside, listed at $219. And here we go. We have these gorgeous dark wood floors. It's a very modern layout. It's a very spacious unit. Let's see, let me show you this kitchen. This kitchen is gorgeous. It has this dark butcher block with this gorgeous double basin sink, stainless steel appliances. Here's another shot of that kitchen. And the kitchen opens up into the living room and the dining area. Here's from the dining area, and you can see the living room there. One of the best parts about this unit is that the 3 sliders open up towards the amphitheater. So it's and it has a west-facing view, so it's probably the most desirable unit in this building. You can get gorgeous sunsets from your patio. Here's another shot of the living room here. Let's see, this is bedroom 2. As you can see again, there is great view from that patio. Bedroom 1. Nice updated bathroom. Full-size stackable washer and dryer, which is huge for these buildings. Most of them have the little washer and dryer, so you can't really get a comforter in there, which can be a pain. And here's the view. This is of the amphitheater right there. You can see the amphitheater. There's a lot of events and concerts. And they get some pretty good acts there as well. There's just another shot where you enter in the lobby. Here's back to me hanging out in downtown Abacoa.
And then what is it? What are the rental restrictions like? Somebody wants to.
Very light rental restrictions. Abacoa allows all size pets, which is very surprising. So these are very great investor units. You can rent these very easily for $17.50 a month, and it would be like a waiting list to get them to rent. I manage a few in there, and they always rent very easily.
And what's going on right now in downtown Abacoa? Is it pretty? Have they pretty much opened everything up now?
Things are really starting to open up. I recently moved out of Abacoa for the last time into a single-family pool home, but there's been some socially distanced hanging out in the amphitheater because it's nice and outside and airy. But everything's starting to kind of open up. It's a very outdoor area to hang out in. People kind of wander around in the streets and back and forth between the restaurants.
Okay. And Dan, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do so?
You can reach me by cell at 561-371-0904 or Dan Uzzi spelled Uzzi at echofineproperties.com.
And how long, by the way, do you think is the beard going to stay?
Well, I have a definite trim coming up on Sunday. It's hard to get an appointment, and I've never had a beard before, so it will either be trimmed or gone by Sunday.
All right. So this is a Corona beard. It's like hockey, like when you're playing. God bless you. I'm glad you're keeping your social distancing from everybody in there, and that sneeze will affect nobody.
Yeah.
So we're going to go from Dan to Will Dean. So Will is let's put you on here. So Will, what's take yourself off of mute and tell us what's going on in PGA. It's one of my favorite shots of all time.
So I'm in Villa d'Es in PGA National, one of the community bird baths ponds. This is
Isn't that a gorgeous shot? I love this community.
Of the pool. So Villa d'Es is a unique community, the way that the communities paver streets, community pool, and here we are at 17 Villa d'Es. This is a seasonal rental available for December, January, or February and March. So this gives you an opportunity to try before you buy. PGA is a great community, a lot of value. No required membership. This home does not have a membership. However, you can purchase memberships through the resort, relatively inexpensive. The home itself is fully furnished turnkey. Just bring your toothbrush, flat screen TVs, couple shots, newer appliances in the kitchen. And something that's nice about Villa d'Es is that it's a gas community. So if you like to cook, you're in good shape. Just go through a couple more of the pictures here. So comes as you see it, turnkey. King bed in the master, which is important for a lot of people. But really clean, updated, clean, and they keep it in really good shape. So this is a 2-story home, guest bedrooms, patio area with, importantly, a grill.
And does this one have a membership, or is it totally membership free?
This home does not have a membership. Community pool is couple feet away from the home. So this
Yeah, and
is-
that street, it's really within walking distance.
Yeah. So this is something that's nice about this home is that they're willing to do a 2-month rental. Typically, seasonal rentals 3 months or more, but they'll rent December, January, or March and April. So it gives you 60 days to try things out. This community is unique in the way that it's.
You know, what's nice is if you're thinking of moving to, an area like right now, we're getting a lot of people from up north, especially, where they can, operate in a remote, fashion, online, and they don't need to be there for their job. And taxes here are 0%, and the weather is, nice all year round, and there's low density here. There's all sorts of reasons to think about Florida rather than an urban northern environment. And besides, taking your car and chipping off the ice, this is a good way to find out, by doing a rental and trying it out and testing it. And then if you see if you like it, and then you can make your move, afterwards. But there's a lot of people right now who are going through lifestyle changes. So this is a perfect opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And Will, you have a lot of other rentals too, besides in here.
Rentals. This is one of many, and each one has different.
Tell us what's going on in the rental market right now.
The rental market right now is this is traditionally the busiest time of year for people to relocate, whether they're moving from across town or from across the world. And the demand for rentals is very strong right now. A lot of people from the Northeast are moving down here. Last week, I did 2 rentals, one in Ballin Isle, which was a couple from Chicago that's going to make the move earlier than they thought. The other's an Evergreen, and they're in New York. And so both moving down, there was something that they were thinking about, but I think that the recent events really pushed them to make the move earlier than they may have otherwise. And the way that we're spread out here and not on top of each other made them decide to move to the Gardens area as opposed to further south, where you're a lot more congested and on top of each other.
And I'll tell you a little bit about PGA National, which is where this one's at. That's the resort entrance at PGA, where you see the bear. That's from the famed 18th hole at the Bear Trap on the Honda, where they play the Honda Classic on the Champion course. That's the entrance to PGA. PGA is a resort community. The resort actually owns the resort on the community, and then there's 4,961 homes altogether in PGA. There's comprised of 43 different subdivisions. That's the resort pool. And if you're a member of the club, you don't have to join, but you get to use the pool. It's about 25% of the residents decide to join. And when you buy a home in there or you sell a home, you don't have to, it's not tied to the membership. It's a very affordable membership. There's a social membership, a tennis membership, a golf membership. That's the Bear itself on the course that you always see on TV when Tiger and Rory and Mickelson, although we have about half the tour members play here and live here locally, so they all come out. There's 43 different subdivisions, and a lot of that's the condos, or you see Legends on the left. They're on the golf courses or lakes or preserve types of views, and there's walking trails along the whole perimeter where people will rollerblade or bike or just walk and get some fresh air. And then there's individual parks throughout PGA and all sorts of open air space. There's 4 golf courses that are on site, and then 1 that is off site, so 5 altogether. There's some good aerial shots. You can see the club on the left. If you are a member of the club, there's a resort. There's a membership only clubhouse with its own restaurant, card games, lots of social activities. Really easy to meet people. PGA has townhomes and condos that start in the 200s, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 estate, custom homes that, go into the millions. The fees are low. Any home in PGA, if you buy, it's $700 a year, which takes care of 3 gated entries. It's totally gated from 9 p.m. till 6 a.m. in the morning, and there's roving security around the clock. There's the health club, which is 32,000 square feet. There's 2 pickleball courts that you can see there. There's 19 clay tennis courts that are lighted. Basketball courts. There's a major croquet, plan. So a lot of people, when they've given up tennis and golf and don't want to play pickleball as much, there's a whole group that joins in croquet. And that's a little bit about PGA National. The location of it is in between PGA Boulevard and North Lake. It's Turnpike is right across the street on the PGA side. 95 is within a couple miles on both sides of it. There's 100 restaurants, airport, beach, 15 minutes away. The mall is less than 10 minutes away. So it's just a picture perfect location. Very easy. Type of living. We're just in our whole area is just a wonderful area. So come down and check us out. So that's what's going on today for here. That was 3 great houses that Dan, Victoria, and Will showed, and then we're going to be back at 1 o'clock with what do we have at 1, Rob? I can't read my scribble.
Can you hear me?
I can now. Yeah.
All right. We have Socialite Vision. It's located in the shops at Midtown. Omar Mangel is going to be interviewing the doctor over there, the eye doctor from Socialite Vision. And then we're also going to be talking with the Key Grill at 2 p.m. I know that's one of your favorites, Jeff. So
yeah, we just did we just had Mother's Day, and that was my wife's spot for that. So we ordered from there. And it's always been one of our favorite spots. It's and what they're doing is really phenomenal. How they have every parking spot labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you pull in, and they come out in masks and they deliver to you. Also, they want to know what time you're picking up, and they deliver it like you're just in there, so that it's all hot and fresh.
Look at the food.
And I got reprimanded there because I forgot what time, and they call me at 6:15 to remind me that it was 6:30. So to get over there. So they're timing their meals, and it's interesting how all these different businesses are adapting to everything.
These are the pictures. Look at the
great fish.
Look at this. I mean, mouth-watering. I mean, look at these steaks. Hold on. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, those look really good. So, wow, look at that. So that's at 2. That's a Key Grill at 2. And then let me pull up a picture of the doctor that we'll be interviewing at.
Their shrimp. It's the Marias, and that's the spinach Maria is amazing there.
So there's
to die for.
Dr. Adam Ramsey. Dr. Adam Ramsey's at 1 o'clock. So I think he's going to talk a little bit about the precautions he's taken. He sent me some pictures of his shop and him masked up here. So that's an intimate another one where you're close when you're getting your eyes checked. So he's going to talk about the precautions he's taken. We'll learn a little bit more about his business, and then we got food at 2 o'clock. Everybody loves food, but I got to say, Jeff, I think I had a little fun here. We put some graphics in now to our live broadcast, so it's a little. We're still working out the what do you call it, the bumps, but we got it. I hope you guys enjoyed the graphics that we've been popping up watching live. Can't tell you where we got that from. That's an insider trade secret.
Do you have a Dan Uzzi beard graphic?
We don't. Yeah, hold on, show folks quick. If you're just joining us, we have some new graphics we've been popping up in here. I'll put this one up of Mr. Dan Uzzi. Hold on, where is it? Here it comes. There it is. Nope, look at that. It's pre-beard. You can't see it, Dan, but if you're on Facebook Live, you'll be able to see the pre-beard Dan Uzzi with your contact information. And we have that for all the agents. We have Dan. Let me pull up. Let me pull up Victoria's quick. There's Victoria's contact information, and then
we'll have to play play some Will Dean bloopers too.
And then the Dean of Mean, Will Dean, his contact information. So it's fun. It's you know, till I get it straight down. It's good. It adds a little more piece to our live productions, which makes it look great. Agents are doing a great job. Dan, Will, Victoria, Jeff, you guys are doing awesome with you know.
We're going out right now. Rob's going to the field next week to shoot some video shots. So we're getting back out there doing that. And then we're right now doing, for every listing that we have and every future listing, no matter what the price point is, we're doing these 3D video walkthrough tours. So you're going to start to see a lot of that, you know, from us. It's just, you know, if you're whether you're up from your own home or you're up in Boston or you know, Cleveland, it's a great way to just walk through the home in a completely different fashion. And
Two of my listings are being done today.
All right. Yeah, you're doing the one in Bellin Island, and what other one are you doing?
My new listing in Oak Harbor.
Okay. Yeah, they're very cool. This technology's been out there, but we're using it, and then it's also, you know, compatible with the Oculus and headset and Google Cardboard, and we've done some custom pieces. But on our website now, if you check it out, you can now search for only homes that are 3D tour or video tour. They'll both pop up that way. And then if you're looking on, we have a custom website, and one of the nice things about custom is we can change things as we see. We're not tied in anything, so that we have that particular. If these 3D tours are now popping up immediately as the first shot, so that you don't have to click into anything to go there. They're that cool, and people really want to see them and search that way. So we're making it really easy for you.
And Jeff, if I may say, you know, these I don't know, we've been doing these virtual open houses for, man, how long has it been? It's been a while since we went into this quarantine with the corona. We've been doing the local business highlights, but again, this is just another way to market listings in a different way to people all across the country, all across the world for that matter, in a streaming format live on different mediums. That's just insane. So for someone who's selling their home, or even looking to buy,
well, think of it this way. You know, I just looked a minute ago. We had 9 people on, 7 right now, and so sometimes we're up at 25. Sometimes we have 3. But when you're doing an open house, you may get you're doing an open house from 12 o'clock till 3. So a good open house is anywhere from 8 to, you know, crazy open houses maybe in the 20s and, you know, during season. But when you have 8, you have 9 right now on, that means that that's at that moment of time. So when you're doing a show, and this is over, we've been doing this now for 36 minutes, your amount of traffic that you have coming in is pretty substantial. You know, you've got to be in the hundreds, because people are in. Sometimes people watch the whole thing, but usually it's not how it is. You're watching segments of it, so you're able to reach people all over the place. So we have scheduled time. We send it out to our database. It's on a weekly thing, so people are tuning in, and we're running we're running ads with it as well. And then we'll run these at different times. So it's great. If you're selling your house, it's really a wonderful tool, because we'll work hand in hand with physical open houses. You know, we'll end up doing both in there. And it's also a chance, if anybody has any questions out there, you can ask the audience, and we can always interact. Any questions out there?
I don't see any yet, but you know, again,
you have any questions for the Uzzi?
The Uzzi?
No.
He's getting the beard shaved. He said, right? The beard.
Beard shaved.
Are you taking as tight as mine, or a little bit more hair on the face? Mine's a little tight.
Will's beard is totally grown in.
Will's beard.
Actually,
How did the haircut go, Will?
haircut went very well. I feel like I need another one though.
Well, you're allowed to.
But it's
Hashtag new normal.
But again, one last thing I'd just like to say, Jeff, just to, you know, compliment you and the job you've done with always being ahead of the curve, and, you know, marketing in this era that we're in right now. Again, if somebody's watching this that's looking to sell their home or thinking about selling their home,
Or rent.
or rent. There you go. Or rent their home. What better way to market your property than not only in the traditional open house where people come, but in this virtual open house that, again, it goes all over the place, all over. So you've taken your 5 people or 10 people or 20 people that come into your traditional open house, and you've just made an infinite amount of people that you're reaching. So.
And people are used to this. People are used to it. They're on social media, where everybody right now, Dan's on social media looking, checking his messages. I mean, you look at your car next to you, and people are doing the same thing. So it's going on all over the place. Oh, he's reading. What are you reading right now?
Got to unmute your mic. The Burning White, Brent Weeks.
Got to unmute Dan.
The 5th book in a fantasy series.
Okay, that's right. That you're doing that. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Dan is a avid reader, 1 or 2 books a week.
2, usually.
And I asked you, I think last week. So for Victoria, if you had to assign a book for Victoria to read, what would you give her?
So I knew you were going to ask me that, and I've been thinking about it. I don't have anything right now.
Nothing? How many books have you read?
My life?
Yeah.
Probably like 3,000.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
In high school, I read 1 a day.
Did you, Dan, you're about my age. Did you have the Pizza Hut Book It program where you used to get the stickers for every book you read and you got a free pizza at the end of like 5 stickers? Did you guys have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably wiped it up with books, man.
Those were during Goosebumps days, and I was just wiping out Goosebumps left and right.
Yes.
Or choose your own adventure books.
You read a lot of history books?
Not that often. I had a phase. I
haven't read that much over the last years. I just actually finished watching there's an HBO series on John Adams, and I like that whole phase. I read a book years ago. It was a long book about Benjamin Franklin that they did this is maybe about 10 years ago, which I found fascinating because he's such an interesting character, but did so many different things. What's a good American history book you like? Could be anywhere from Revolutionary War to like late 1800s. I've never been a big Civil War guy.
I was a big I like post Civil War Reconstruction Industrialization Age books. I read a few of those in high school, which is very interesting how the new normal like back then came about with so many changes going on. And I was a big World War I, World War II book guy.
What you'll have to find one for me. I like that post actually idea to read the industrial
really interesting. There's so much going on.
I mean, this period is kind of, I think we're going into, we go into this in different phases, but I think this is spurring on a whole different level of that right now with like what we're doing. There's so many applications that like my kids, Jade right now is taking school, on an online. We're doing an open house in a virtual way. There's people who are talking to people, in a hospital setting, that way, and they're able to communicate. There's all sorts of different things that we're doing, and I think we're already at the start of this, where it's happening at just a hyper pace.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
All right, so I'll get you from that offline. So open house and a little book talk, and then at 1 o'clock we have the social
Live Vision.
The guy that named his company is practiced the right way before this, and then at 2 o'clock the Key Grill. So good stuff. If you have a local business and you want to promote it, give me or Rob a call or direct message us, and we'll be happy to promote it as well. And so Rob Moore, myself, Dan Uzzi, Victoria Lorusso, and Will Dean, the Dean of Rentals. So long, everybody.
So long.
Bye.
Bye-bye.